Why did my coworker think she was my boss? In the early years of working as a pharmacist, landing steady hours in my city was no small feat. I managed to piece together full-time work by splitting my time between two pharmacies owned by friends, one downtown, one in the suburbs. The owners were good about coordinating my schedule. If I was working at one store, they marked an X on the schedule at the other. Simple enough, right? Except not for Dee. Dee worked at the suburban pharmacy, and for some reason, could not grasp that the X by my name meant I was working at the other store. She'd call my cell repeatedly, leave hang-up messages on my home answering machine, and get annoyed when I didn't answer, usually because I was already busy working a shift downtown. To make it worse, my old cell plan charged me per call, so after she pulled this stunt twice, I started yanking the battery out of my phone as soon as I got downtown. Naturally, that didn't sit well with Dee. Things between us turned icy from there. Eventually, the suburban pharmacy expanded into nursing home services, and I moved to working there full-time. I still had a great relationship with the downtown store, though. They even let me keep the keys for emergencies and would occasionally schedule me when they needed help. Dee was aware of this, but that didn't stop her from acting like she was now in charge of me after being promoted to assistant manager. One week, the downtown pharmacist's daughter, who I was close friends with, was getting married. I was invited to all the festivities, but agreed to work Thursday at the downtown store to help out her mom, missing the Mendy party. An X went on the suburban schedule next to my name. Again, clear. While on a break, I chatted with the bride-to-be and joked, "Don't worry, I'll just doodle brown Sharpie all over my hands and pretend I was there when we aren't busy." Harmless banter, or so I thought. Coincidentally, this was the same week the suburban store was switching to new pharmacy software. Nursing home prescriptions are processed in batches, labels printed 5 days ahead, bubble packs prepared in advance, and billing done on Thursday for Friday delivery. Dee decided to skip batching that week and instructed everything be done in one day, Thursday. My tech was losing her mind trying to keep up, so I told her to prep the usual cards: Lipitor, aspirin 81 milliliters, multivitamins, the works, without patient names for now, just to get a jump on things. Dee overheard and shut it down immediately, scolding us and complaining about the younger generation being afraid of hard work. It was bizarre, especially since I was the only Gen Xer there. Everyone else was older. I double-checked the schedule to be sure. Yep, big X next to my name. I wouldn't be at the suburb location Thursday, but Dee, clearly eavesdropping on my break room call, something I later realized she could do from a particular corner of the pharmacy, thought otherwise. Thursday came, and at 12:30 my phone started blowing up. I didn't get a lunch break, pharmacists rarely do, so my phone was in my purse in the safe. Everyone could hear it buzzing. Eventually, I pulled the battery. That night, I came home to a full-blown screaming message on my machine. Dee had walked into chaos. The morning shift locum hadn't been told to do anything, so by the time Dee clocked in at 12:30, absolutely nothing was ready. She had to process and prepare over 500 prescription drug cards herself. The next morning, she exploded at me. "You said you were working. I heard you talking about that Mendy thing." I told her calmly that I was working, just not at her store. The X on the schedule should have told her that. It was then I realized just how much she'd been listening in. From that day forward, every break I took was out in my car, with the radio on and the windows up.